Hi, this is Domlu, and our project is about sports and injuries. We target fighting through injuries. In the world of sports, one of the essentials for achieving a winning record is reducing injury rate. Data mining is all about finding patterns and relationships within the data that can possibly result in new knowledge. These relationships can also result in predictors of future outcomes. I'm teamed up with Srijana Reddy, and our project deals with analyzing injury rates of various players at Oklahoma State University and draws out few conclusions. Here is a synopsis of our project. The first part would be about the data collection and the data transformation which is happening in the project. The second part would be our visualization, that is nothing but injury analysis and the injury prediction. The third part would be about the prediction and the modeling type, that is severity prediction and the association model. The final part would be about the conclusion, recommendations, and the project experience. Data collection. Data about Oklahoma State University players is collected with their injury records. The activity performed by the player at the injury is also recorded along with the severity level. The dataset also gives out the information on where the injury occurred and the action taken on its onset. Data transformation. Inconsistency in the data are detected and taken off. The null values are replaced. The tools which we used to go on with our analysis are Tableau and IBM SPSS. Now, action taken. The most frequent injuries that we are dealing with our Oklahoma State University athletes are the strain, sprain, contusion, pain, and concussion. Based on the data, we can know the severity level and the degrees of the severity level. As you can see from the screenshot, the most common injuries are the strain and the sprain. And this severity level of this is the first degree, and the action taken for this is they're usually referred to the team physicians and referred to further tests. They say injuring an opponent is injuring yourself, but that doesn't mean you injure yourself constantly when the opponent strikes. It has been observed that most of the injuries occur when the rival is Baylor or Iowa State. What to breathe about it is that most of the injuries are first degree and this occurs during tackling. Injuries with Kansas State are a mix of first degree and second degree. And fight with your own state, you get a lot less injured. Here is a screenshot of our visualization where you can see the Baylor and Iowa State, the tackling count is more, and in the game of football, the injuries are usually concussion and confusion, sprain, strain. So now, how do you measure injury if you can't directly measure it? We say data analysis is only as good as the data. The selection of the player for the match or the subsequent matches purely depend on how he fits in. Hence, depending on an athlete from any sport who is playing in a particular position and activity performed, we can easily predict what type of injury he might or she might pick up in the next match. We are using neural network for our prediction. The unique feature about neural network is it adapts quickly. And hence, when we run this model with variables such as team, position, and activity, we are 58% sure on what might be the likely injury that a player might pick up in the next match. The prediction in one game, it may not make a difference. But over the course of season and in the big games toward the end of the season, that's when it makes a big difference. Then next prediction would be severity. How easy would it be for the coach to get the estimate of the severity level of the injury so that he can go about the game plan while his players get treated? We have developed a model which could predict the severity level given a certain parameters like sport he is playing, injured body part, the injury itself, and the activity he was doing, along with other parameters like event location and the field type. Although all the parameters almost have a equal importance in predicting the severity level, activity and body part have an edge over others. Neural network is built and the weights are determined. Let's do some betting. Pick a player, name a sport, and tell us the activity. We can bet on the injury, which is more likely, and our chances of winning is 68%. We develop a model which gives us a relationship between sport, activity, and injury. With 16% support, I'm 68% confident that the player is most likely to get strained when he runs at the football game. This can be seen here, where the activity is running and the injury is strained. The support is 22% and the confidence is 57%. This is an overall model. Injury is predicted first based on the sport, position, and activity. The severity level is then predicted with injury and various other parameters. Association mining is built to find the relationship between the sport, activity, and injury. Let us summarize. Considering the football fever at OSU and the number of players in it, it's no wonder injury rate is the highest in the sport. And what's intriguing is that players were usually tackling when the injury occurs. Predicting an injury and getting equipped could make the staff's jobs much easier. The severity level is predicted for the coach to figure out his next moves. Keep your players fit and they will bring you laurels. Recommendations. We analyze injuries, predicted injuries, but what is the outcome of this analysis? We would like to enlighten Coach Mike Gundy on the issues which has caused his players to sit out and watch the match from the sidelines due to injuries they frequently acquire. From our analysis, we have unearthed the fact that majority of the injuries are taken care by training staffs and the physicians. So, what did we learn from the project? There are numerous things, but the main thing is the data. With respect to assignment, we know the endpoint, what we must do. But with respect to project, it's left to open, wide open. We can do numerous analysis, numerous models, and the possibilities are endless. Finally, go Pokes.